Osud occupies a very special place in Janáček's work. It was a work he wrote just after Janúfa and after the death of his daughter Olga, and he was in a very, very strange negative state of mind. And the opera concerns the attempt of a composer to write an opera, and this composer considers himself a failure. What is very strange about the opera is that the story is not told in normal time frame. And this is really, really interesting challenge for a director and his team to realize. And the whole nature of the opera, that it is about a man who is writing an opera, and he writes the opera because of very unhappy events in his life. And since all opera composition is a personal act, I mean, a composer has to link it to what he's feeling in some way. The work has a very interesting cyclical resonance, which no other work I've ever worked on has. In order to tell this story, I had to come up, together with my designers, with some interesting solutions. One of the problems with staging this opera is that it's very difficult to have a singer to play someone now and someone 15 years ago or even more. For our production, we have decided to really set the work in the conservatory where the final act takes place, and to move within time from that, with the invention of this younger Živný. So the older composer is present throughout all of the action, and the role is divided between the two tenors. There is the reality of the final act, and the other two acts are what the composer, who is trying to write the opera, his memories of what happened. And then we have the students of the conservatory who do not understand this opera at all because the time is so mixed up and the opera isn't finished. And then we see Živný explaining why he can't finish the opera, which is supposed to have its premiere tonight. And we are watching an opera about an opera which is supposed to have its premiere tonight. So it's many, many layers, and that's always very exciting in the theatre. Živný's memory of what happened before, you know, it's not so precise. We don't remember. If you think about things yourself, if you think about something 15 years ago, you don't remember things so precisely. And things melt together, and then there's certain details you remember. So we had to come up, in terms of the costume, with something that represented the costumes of 15 years ago, where it's all a little bit a similar kind of quality and color. And then 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more immediate, and then today it's very strong because it's real. And the set of this concert, this space of this conservatory recital hall, the quality of that space, which is a space for music, needs to have essentially an empty quality, because it's only full when it's full of people watching it or when the music's being played. And I think it's really unlike any other work I ever came across. And the music, of course, is extremely powerful and at times very disjointed when the character cannot get hold of things how he wants, and then at other times very lyrical and very melodious when he can. So it's this mixture of things. As Janáček is finding the real style that is going to be his musical dramatic style for the rest of his life. It really begins with Osud, maybe more than Janúfa. This is the first time I have ever done a new production here in Brno, or indeed in the Czech Republic. And we feel, my team and I feel incredibly privileged, because, you know, the last time I was in a rehearsal room or on a stage or in a theatre was 6 months ago. When everything stopped at the end of February. I have the best job in the world because I get to change so much of it regularly, you know. I'm really fortunate. Directors, we're telling stories and we are living vicariously, as we say in English, other people's lives, other people's joys and heartbreaks. So we're able to nourish ourselves with this fantastic world of music and drama and renew ourselves, while trying, of course, to find ways of telling these stories and sharing them with the audience. There is no theatre without an audience, and it is one of the few things we have left where we share in this manner.